Fernandina Beach traffic, Hub 656 Charlie. Charlie's about 3 to the south inbound for the pattern 13, Fernandina.
So the other day, Dana and I flew the Cub up to Fernandina Beach Airport, which is a local non-towered airport that's quite busy. Lots of the flight schools here at Craig use that airport. They have multiple runways and a jump zone. I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk a little bit about non-towered airports. The AIM says that you should join the pattern in level flight, abeam the midpoint of the runway at pattern altitude. So that's what I decided to do. The FAA Airplane Flying Handbook provides two options for getting to that midfield point. The FAA's preferred entry is to fly over the field at 500 feet above the traffic pattern, fly outbound for about 2 miles, then descend back down to pattern altitude and turn inbound toward the airport to join the downwind at a 45-degree angle. Honestly, I've never understood why this so-called teardrop entry is the FAA's favorite. I mean, you're flying away from the airport, putting the airport behind you where you can't see it, traffic where you can't see it. This just seems like a mid-air collision waiting to happen. The FAA's Plan B, the so-called alternate midfield entry from the upwind leg side of the airport, has always been my Plan A. Why? Because it keeps all the potential traffic conflicts, the people who might kill me, the people who might be a potential mid-air collision, it keeps all of those people in front of me where I can see them.
So we're going to join the pattern here for runway 13. We're approaching more or less from the south. We're going to overfly the field to join left downwind. I know lots of folks like that teardrop maneuver, and that's cool, but I prefer to fly right over and keep everybody that could potentially be a traffic conflict for me in front of me where I can see them.
Final for 13, friend.
And here's where slow flight can be super, super useful. Slow flight is my absolute favorite ACS maneuver for any certificate because I just feel like it's one of those things that you will use over and over and over again without even thinking about it. So as I approach the airport, I'm thinking at some point I may need to slow this thing down to let someone pass or to get behind somebody, kind of like when you're merging onto the interstate, right? And you're not sure, well, can I gun it, get in front of that semi-truck as I merge onto the interstate, or should I slow down and kind of slide in behind them? Just like, you know, my little Honda Accord versus a semi-truck, I'm not going to roll the dice with that. I would much rather give way to the semi. So me and my little Cub here, or me and my 150, I'm a lot slower than most other people, and I can use that slowness to my advantage. So I don't see any traffic conflicts right now. That guy who just landed, he's on the runway right now, and there's a helicopter inbound from the north landing on the grass. So neither of those people are going to be a conflict for me. But let's just say somebody was going to be a conflict for me, and I saw them, you know, in front of me, and I needed to give way. I could, for example, I'm in the white arc. I could put in some flaps, and I could slow this thing way down and simply let that person pass in front of me. And then when it's time to speed up, I can simply add power and speed up. And that's not full-on slow flight like you would do on the check ride. I always like to describe slow flight in the real world as slow-ish flight. You know, it's something above what you would do on your check ride and something less than cruise, but you're going to find yourself speeding up and slowing down all the time just to make room for yourself amongst the other traffic, and that's kind of cool. So I see that guy who just took off, so I'm going to make it a little announcement here. Fernandina Beach traffic, Hub 656 Charlie. Charlie is overflying the field to join left downwind for 13. I have that Skyhawk that just took off run 13. So here,
Virginia traffic.
Can just work it out with everybody.
All active runways.
There's nobody who's a conflict for me. I can see that guy, that Skyhawk turning crosswind. So I'm going to easily be able to join the downwind and slide in front of him without, you know, cutting him off or creating any conflict. So this is a case where I'm not going to slow down right now because I don't want to slow that guy down. Fernandina Beach traffic, Hub 656 Charlie. Charlie is joining the downwind midfield for 13. Skyhawk, you have me in sight on the yellow Cub?
We got you inside for bucket 233.
Thanks. All right, so we'll do a nice little
227 Foxtrot Bravo. It's going to taxi from the hangars Delta.
short
Alpha
approach
to
here.
runway 13, Fernandina
Pull
traffic.
my power out. Fernandina Beach traffic, Cub 656 Charlie. Charlie's beam, the number is 13 for touch and go Fernandina traffic.
Fernandina Beach traffic, booking 333, turning left base around 13, Fernandina Beach traffic.
And everything still looks good. And off we go. Correct tower, Cub 656 Charlie. Charlie, 3 to the north.
256 Charlie. Charlie, correct tower. Runway 14, clear to land. Your number 2 found traffic on half-mile final.
Got that traffic inside, clear to land 14, number 2, 656 Charlie. Charlie. Yes.
You got those three pointers.
Charlie, turn right, contact ground point 8.
Over to ground, 6 Charlie. Charlie.
You got those 3 pointers figured out, don't you?
Mission accomplished.
Contact 370, correct County.
I have yet to just do a nice 3-pointer and easily make Alpha 3.
370.
I'm so excited. I was
That's how you
hoping I
did it.
could do it. That was awesome.
Nice job, baby.
Thank you.
Runway 1448, touching go 152.
That was a sweet landing.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one.
Continue downwind, you'll call base 152 Delta Mike.
Craig ground, Cub 656 Charlie. Charlie, Alpha 3 for the Jet Center.
536 Charlie, Charlie, Craig ground, taxi 2 Park via Alpha.
Via Alpha 6 Charlie. Charlie, thank you.
Craig ground, November 234 Zulu Golf. 4234 Zulu Golf, Craig ground. Yeah, I'm at Sky Harbor.
Except for my shitty landings on the other night.
Bravo, way back here. Wants to taxi to Bravo 2.